start by thanking Maggie Chapman for highlighting this report and bringing the debate this evening. Destitution deserves our attention and our efforts to address it any way we can. It's one of the most frustrating parts of devolution that we know destitution exists in Scotland and we're actively prevented from stopping it. I do not believe that the people who voted me in here want destitution to exist. I'm certain that they believe it's our duty to prevent it, and I'm less convinced that they know about the way that we are hamstrung by Westminster. I agree with Richard Leonard that we should do all that we can, but I point out too that what we can do for people in this situation can change with one order from the UK Government. If the UK Government doesn't like us providing free bus travel to people seeking asylum, the UK Government can stop it from happening. The cruelty of no recourse to public funds is highlighted in the way that it prevents the Scottish Government from using its own budget to help people who live in Scotland. And if you think about that, it is incredible, but that's the state of play. Such a scheme has no place in a civilised society, and I agree with Maggie Chapman that it should be abolished. During the Tories' time in power, I was constantly devastated and disgusted by the efforts of its ministers to make life as miserable as they possibly could for people seeking asylum, including children. Painting over murals in detention centres, using dehumanising language and storing people on barges as if they were indeed less than human. It's gutting that the Labour Government now seems intent on giving an appearance of being at least as tough on immigration. Labour candidates now share graphics on social media promising to shut down asylum hotels. A government which should be abolishing the hostile environment is instead promoting it. A policy to reduce immigration to no end is incoherent. It's not going to serve Labour's other purported aims, not least driving economic growth. And in Scotland, we require more migration to support that growth. I find a lot of the recommendations in the report very interesting and they're worth further debate, particularly around clarifying the definition of public funds in NRPF. Because part of me wonders if that's a rock that we want to lift in case some of the current support available turns out to be unwanted by the Home Office. The report itself points out that the approach of the Home Office in the past has been to add Scottish funds to the list without carrying out any engagement first with the Scottish Government, as happened with the Scottish Welfare Fund. Now, the Ending Destitution Together strategy is the correct approach. The Scottish Government working with COSLA and our incredible third sector to support people in any way possible. It is tough not to feel demoralised in the face of continued harshness towards those fleeing war and persecution and seeking sanctuary in the UK and Scotland, but my sincere hope is that we soon get the opportunity to do better here in Scotland, and I look forward to hearing the Minister's response to the debate.
Thank you, Ms Roddick. I call Patrick